Okay, record. Just a second. Now, if you remember, I have explained you this representative of, in this chapter, representative fraction. It is actually the numerical ratio. It is actually a ratio of distance on the map and the actual distance on the ground. If you remember, I had told you that generally the bigger units in actual distance is represented as smaller units on a map. Now, if a distance of 500 meters cannot be represented as 500 meters on a map, for that a map has to be 500 meters long. Is this possible? No, it is not possible. For in that condition, what is to be done? That we convert them into smaller units. Okay. So suppose we take up the first statement that we have seen in the statement scale. 1 centimeter equals to 500 meters, right? Now, the formula of RF is DOM oblique DOG. Now, DOM is distance on map. So this one is the distance on map. On the left hand side is always the distance on map, and on the right hand side is the distance on ground, right? Now, the distance on map is 1 centimeter. And on ground, it is 500 meters. Now, when we are talking about ratio, whenever we take out the ratio, the units of the denominator as well as the numerator should be same or different?
Same.
It should be same. So as we have to convert it into a ratio, into a fraction, so we are going to convert the bigger unit into the smaller unit. The bigger unit here is, what is the bigger unit?
Meter.
500 meters.
So 1 centimeter remains the same,
500
and 500 will be multiplied by
10.
10,000 centimeters.
just a second. Who said 10? Bacho, 1 meter is equals to
100
dash,
centimeters.
100
dash.
centimeter.
Then why to multiply with 10, bhai? It has to be multiplied by 10 or it has to be multiplied by 100?
100.
100.
Bhai, ye to
50,000.
this is gadbad. You all are in class 7 and don't know the conversions. बहुत गलत बात है. 10 से multiply कैसे हो सकता बेटा? So 1 upon 50,000.
50,000.
1 upon 50,000, right? So the ratio
50,000.
becomes, that means RF becomes 1:50,000. Okay? Is it simple? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let us do one more, and you all will do it. I'll give you few minutes to solve it. 4 centimeter is equals to 5 kilometers. Convert it into RF. So always start with writing the formula. Always start with writing the formula. RF, that is DOM oblique DOG. Now, substitute the values over here. Substitutes the value.
That 4 centimeter upon 5 kilometers.
No. Please don't speak. You solve it on your own. Then I'll show you the working. I was not connected to audio at that time. What was ma'am saying? At the
Sir,
boy.
ma'am
She was
saying
asking
that,
what we are doing in the class.
Strength in the class and why are so less people joining?
But we generally have 33 participants every day, right? 33. At that
Yes,
time,
sir,
I think,
sir, at
Yes,
that
approximately.
sir, at that
Yes,
time
sir.
they were less. Sir, they were 27
because
or
we
26.
start with the we just start with the class. I think the class started at 9:50.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay, fine.
Sir, answer is 1.
Okay, no answers revealing. No answers revealing. I haven't asked you to tell me the answers. Please. Don't be so hyperactive that you forget the rules. I haven't asked you the answers. If you have solved it, you match your sum, and if it comes correct, it's okay. So if we substitute the values, the numerator will have 4 centimeter, and in denominator it will be 5 kilometer, right?
5 kilometers.
Now the 4 centimeter remains the same, and 5 will be 5 kilometer. First of all, it will be converted into meters, so we'll multiply it by 1000.
1000.
So it will be 5000 meters. Now this 5000 has to be converted into centimeters, so we'll multiply it by 100 also. So it will be 4 upon 5 lakh.
5 lakh.
Okay, but I believe now Kanishka Trivedi, she got disconnected. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You are audible.
Okay, fine. So 4 upon 5 lakh is, I don't think it will be deduced. It can be deduced.
Can be reduced.
Can be reduced. Okay. 4 1
Sir, it can be reduced by 125,000.
125,000. Very good. So the ratio RF will be
Sir,
1
RF
upon
is equals to
125. That is 1 is to 125.
125,000.
Is this clear? Representative fraction, the concept of representative fraction is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Any doubt? Any doubt,
No, sir.
anyone? It's a simple mathematics, but that was wrong actually. When you said that to convert into centimeters, you have to multiply into 10. If you have to convert centimeter into millimeter, then you will multiply by?
10.
Yeah, exactly. Because 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeters and 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters, right? Okay, let us come to the distance measurement thing. This is very interesting thing. I don't know how many of you know if you watch Bear Grylls, but there we come to know the real life experiences that we have.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
children,
sir.
all of you should know this, because you never know when you get stuck in some place where you need to find out these methods. Now, distance measurement on a topo sheet is done in 2 ways. One is direct distance and one is indirect distance. Now it's quite simple. If you have a straight line, if you have a straight road, you can find the direct distance. And if you have a road like this, see, this is situation. Let me select the mark. Situation 1 and situation 2, right? Now situation 1 has indirect distance. Why it is indirect? Can anybody tell me why it is indirect?
Sir, because there is no straight way to go to point B.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
there is no
straight way because it is indirectly. Now, in your book, if you check it in your, if you check out in your book, you will find that there are 2 methods given. One is direct distance and one is to calculate the indirect distance. Is it there?
Yes, sir.
Direct distance is quite easy. What you can do is, for a direct distance, you can use a scale. We are talking about situation 2 first. You can use a scale, or you can use a thread, right? You can use a scale or you can use a thread. Now what you can do is, if you are using a scale, you can put the scale, the first division of the scale over here, and the second division will come over here. Suppose this length comes up 6 centimeter. Okay, when you measured it with the help of a scale. Okay, this is one thing. Now, if you don't have a scale, you're lost in jungle and you're not having a scale, then how will you measure?
By a string.
Sir, we will use a thread.
अब thread नहीं है तो thread कैसे निकालोगे? बताओ जरा, सोचो, दिमाग लगाओ. How will you do that?
Sir,
Sir, hand spam.
हाँ, कर सकते हो, बट लेकिन वो थोड़ा सा इनएक्यूरेट हो
That
जाएगा.
is not very accurate.
Exactly.
That
Yes.
is not very accurate.
देखो, you will never get an accurate distance. First of all, I'll tell you. Accurate distance finding out through map is quite difficult, right? But still you have to come to close approximity, right? So
Yes.
using your palm is not a good idea. So from where will you get the string?
Sir, using a tree's branch.
Yes, sir. So the
Mithani,
vines. So
trees,
the vines.
trees. Very good. You can if you're in a jungle, you look for vines. If you don't have, you can take out a thread from your shirt even, or a t-shirt also.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I was thinking
Yes,
that.
sir.
Okay.
I was thinking that only.
So you can use that string. Now what you have to do that, you have to put this one end of the string at the starting point, right here, and you have to put the string on the end point. Now you have 2 points on a string, but you don't have a scale. Do you have a scale?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
अब आपके पास स्ट्रिंग तो आ गया, लेकिन स्ट्रिंग का डिस्टेंस कैसे मेजर करोगे, स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ कैसे मेजर करोगे? तो स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ मेजर करने के लिए जो आपका टोपोग्राफिकल मैप होगा, द टोपोग्राफिकल मैप यू हैव, उसमें होता है,
Linear scale.
Linear scale.
अब समझ में आया लीनियर स्केल का क्या यूज होता है? अब
Yes.
समझ में आया लीनियर स्केल का क्या यूज होता है? अगर किसी भी एडवर्स सिचुएशन पे आपके पास अपना खुद का स्केल नहीं है, तो आप वो स्ट्रिंग को कैसे मेजर करोगे? तब आप लीनियर स्केल की मदद लोगे. लीनियर स्केल हैज गॉट डिविजन्स इन इट, कि कितना डिस्टेंस 500 मीटर का है, कितना डिस्टेंस 1 किलोमीटर का है. अब मान लीजिए आपके मैप में एक ये इतना बड़ा लीनियर स्केल दे रखा था और बोला था ये 0 मार्किंग है, ये 500 मीटर्स है और ये 1 किलोमीटर. ठीक है, तो आप क्या करोगे, वो स्ट्रिंग को लोगे एंड व्हाट आर यू गोइंग टू डू, यू आर गोइंग टू पुट दैट स्ट्रिंग, ओके,
On the linear
हाँ, you are going to put that string,
and measure.
you are going to put that string on the linear scale and you're
The
going to
linear
measure
scale.
distance. So this is string and this is linear scale. Now with the help of the string, you will be able to, with the help of the linear scale, you will be able to measure the length of the string. अब string का जो length है वो मान लो कितना आया, 1 किलोमीटर आया. ठीक है, तो मतलब क्या है, डिस्टेंस है दो प्लेसेस के बीच में वो कितना है, 1 किलोमीटर. क्योंकि लीनियर स्केल के अकॉर्डिंग, क्योंकि लीनियर स्केल के अकॉर्डिंग डिस्टेंस कितना है, 1 किलोमीटर. ठीक है,
1 kilometer.
समझ में आ गया आप लोगों को? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड द हैक?
Yes, sir.
This is the hack
Yes,
that
sir.
you have to apply when you have to measure the direct distance, right?
Yes, sir.
अब अगर आपके पास स्केल था, अगर आपके पास स्केल था, if you had a scale, then what you will do in that situation? उस सिचुएशन में क्या करते हैं? स्केल में हम लोग ने मेजर
Sir,
किया
we will
कितना?
stretch the.
नहीं,
Sir, we will
हमने
stretch the string.
स्ट्रिंग को आपने स्ट्रेच
then-
करके जब डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट किया तो वो कितना आया, 6 सेंटीमीटर आया.
6 centimeter.
अब 6 सेंटीमीटर को कन्वर्ट करना है एक्चुअल डिस्टेंस में, देन व्हाट विल यू डू? देन यू विल लुक फॉर व्हिच स्केल?
Linear.
Statement scale.
Statement scale.
Because statement scale
Statement
says
scale.
1 centimeter is equals to 500 meters. Now if statement scale says the
Okay.
distance between 1 centimeter is equals to 500 meter, तो 6 सेंटीमीटर कितना डिस्टेंस हुआ?
Sir, 3,000. Sir,
3,000.
6
3,000.
centimeters is
Sir, we
equals
can-
to 100.
3,000.
we can
3
do
kilometers.
It will be 3 kilometers. It will be 3 kilometers.
3 kilometers.
It will be
Sir,
3
3
kilometers.
kilometers.
If you
Sir, in this
multiply,
situation, sir, can we use representative fraction?
you can do it. You can do it, but that's bit tricky method. I'm telling you the easiest ones, right? For that you will come to know. We'll teach you in class 9th and 10th also, but we are talking about just simple methods right now. Okay, we're not going into anything very extra. So have you understood how to measure the direct distance?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now coming up to the another thing, coming up to the next part, that is this one, indirect distance. Now this indirect distance, can it be measured with the help of a scale? No.
No, sir.
Now for that situation you have
No,
to place a string. So this is the starting point of a string, and
Yes,
then you will trace the whole road with the help of the string. You are going to trace it like this. You will keep it on the road and you will trace the whole string. अब देखो string को हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are tracing the string. और यहाँ पे
Yes.
आके क्या हुआ? हमारा
And-
string का second. तो हमारा जो string था, this is हमारा जो string था, we got 2 points of that string. अब हम क्या करेंगे? इस string को measure कैसे करेंगे? How will you measure the string? With the help of? But obviously, like we did it in the direct distance, we do use the
Yes,
string
sir.
and we measured it on the linear scale. We are doing the
Linear
same.
scale.
We are going to measure it on the linear scale. Simple. Again, we'll get the conversion values over there. ठीक है? अब मान लो आपने
Yes, sir.
string रखा, linear scale is this much big. आपने string रखा, ये point A है, लेकिन आपका point B जो है, वो यहाँ पे आ रहा है. तो what will you do? You will measure it in parts. So till here it is 1 kilometer. Then again you will take up. Then you will take up the next part and you will keep it on the scale again. So you will measure it in parts. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
understood? So that's
Yes, sir.
how you measure the distance. Let's quickly read it from the book once. How to measure the direct distance. The measurement of the straight line features like road, railways, lines, etc. is simple. Number 1, mark 2 points on the map between which the distance is to be measured. First, we'll mark 2 points like I have done it, A and B. Measure the distance with the help of a divider. You can use a divider also, piece of paper also, or you can use a thread also between the given points on the map. Now place the divider or the strip of the paper on the linear scale drawn on the map. They will directly give the distance on the ground between the 2 points. Okay? Coming up to the indirect distance, take a piece of thread and mark the point with a pen which shows the starting point. Spread the thread along the line following each curve till the last point, like I did it. Remember that? I did it this method. I traced the whole lot thing. Spread the thread along the line following each curve till the last point. Now stretch the thread along the scale to find the length and we'll get the distance. Is that clear? Right, children? Conventional signs and symbols. Conventional signs and symbols we have already done in class 6. Nothing there to explain. So these are symbols which have some specified meanings and they are internationally accepted. Okay. So these are conventional signs and symbols. Now let us come to the conventional signs. These conventional signs need to be there in your notebook. You have to draw these conventional signs in your notebook. Okay. You have to draw these conventional signs in your notebook, children. So please make sure.
Sir,
if
in
you
the
see-
geography notebook.
What office beta in geography notebook only, na? Not in the self-tutor, in the official notebook. These conventional symbols to be drawn in the official notebook, children. Yeah.
Sir, we will do only one numerical.
Wait. I have sent the assignment in the group. Check out the assignment. There are numericals given. Now listen to me. Just hold on.
Okay, ma'am.
Just hold on. Listen to me very, very carefully. If you see the metal road on page number 15, metal road, unmetal road, car track. Can you see that? They seems to be in pink color.
Yes, sir.
They are not
Yes.
pink.
Yes, sir.
वहां पे strictly mention कर लो, they should be in red color. You will use red color. You will not use pink color. I'm telling you. If you use pink color, it will be, cancelled, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Previous class used pink.
Sir, in the railway line with station, there is pink color.
Sir, in which color we have to do the metal road?
Red.
Red.
It should be red.
Sir, what about
There is
So we have to
nothing
just
of
write the
pink.
names and then draw.
What about
There
the
is
railway line?
anything called pink, right? You will not use the pink color. Okay. Even the settlements, if you see on the next page, page number 16, they are also made of pink color. It should be of red. No pink color will be used for the settlements. आप
Yes, sir.
एक चीज ध्यान सुनो, if you have heard, red color shows what? Settlements or not?
Danger.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
settlement.
So
sir,
how can we?
settlements.
This is pink color which is shown. You should not use the pink color. You should
Yes.
use the red color, proper red color. Okay. So
Okay,
now
sir.
we have done the distance measurement. Come to page number 12 where the settlements is discussed. Okay. Now, if you see this,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Sir, what about the railway line with station on page
You-
number 15?
whatever is there in pink, it has to be in red. बेटा मैंने आपको बोला ना, pink से ऐसा
Okay,
कुछ भी
sir.
नहीं, ठीक है? Now we have three types of
Okay.
settlement. Settlement means the arrangement of the houses of the people. Now it not only included the houses, it includes all the buildings. It can be a temple also, it can be a mosque also, it can be a post office also, it can be a police station also. But how they are arranged over an area is the type of settlements. So there are three types that I have discussed. The first one is nucleated. Now, even if you check it in your book on page number 12, on the right hand side, the diagram is made. You can see these are actually very closely spaced and they are compact and concentrated over one area. Can you see that? They all are concentrated over small area.
Yes, sir.
देखो कोई space कितना कम है. So this is called nucleated. Please underline. These consist of houses which form compact and concentrated settlements. It is indicated of generally fertile plains. What does it indicate? It indicates of fertile plains. That means if the plain is fertile, people will be involved in agriculture. So the population in this area will be more. Okay. And valleys where the land is productive and can support large population. Is that clear? So people are involved in agriculture in these areas mostly because this is an indication कि इस area में agriculture ज़्यादा होता है, right? Then dispersed, the second one which is shown on your screen. If you can see that they are separated out. They are separated out. They are far away. If you can see, the space, the distance between the houses is more. This generally happens in Australia. Okay, in Australia, people live far off places. So it says dispersed settlement. This indicative of areas where farm size are large and the population is sparse. Population is sparse means population is less and farmlands are there. It could indicate highland areas where livestock means cattle rearing, okay, is the main occupation. So these people can be involved in large farming. They have farms, they are actually involved in cattle rearing. Okay, they are involved in cattle rearing areas. Is that clear? Then linear settlement,
Yes.
it is also known as ribbon settlement. If you see it in your screen, this is a road. This is the road actually, if you can see, this is a road, right? And along the
Yes,
road,
sir.
you can see these houses made. And this is a stream, this is the river. If you can see, along the river, you have these settlements made. So this is what? This is
Linear settlement.
linear settlement. So it says that this type of settlement, houses are usually stretched out along a local main road, river bank or railway line. It may also occur along valleys and coast also. Valleys and coast, जैसे coastal areas होते हैं, उनके along भी ये घर बने होते हैं. So these are known as linear settlements. Please underline the second point of this. Such settlement develop as a route focus and become collecting and distributing center for trade. Because they are situated near the river, they are situated near the road, they are situated along the railway line. So these are the places where most of the trading activity is done. Because things can be loaded and disloaded. Uploaded means it can be uploaded and it can be reloaded. Ashman Tripathi, it's better that you stay in the class. Okay. You forget that your video is on.
Sorry, sir.
So
Sorry.
you better be sorry. Yeah, it should be. Next time you will be removed and you will be marked absent.
Okay, sir. Sorry.
Please behave yourself. So this is the place where mostly the business or the trading activity is done. Is that clear, children? So these are the type of settlements, and this is
Yes.
very important. This is for sure they are going to come in the exam. So we are done with the chapter. Let us come to the exercises quickly on page number 17. Let me see if there anything else. Okay. So here we end with the chapter. Let us come to the back exercises, children. What are topographical maps? I hope this is a direct question. It is mentioned in learning terms. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
next
sir.
question is name the important elements of a topographical map. So what are the important elements of a topographical map? Yeah. A hint, it is given on first page of the chapter. Come on.
Elevations, relief, drainage, vegetation, and man-made features, roads, railways.
Features like roads, railways.
Okay. So they're not these.
Sir, may I? Sir, Arnav?
Yeah, Arnav, tell me.
The colors, scale, conventional signs, etc. are some important elements of a topographical map.
We have to talk about the elements, right? Elements that help us to recognize other things. So color, scale, conventional signs, these are the important elements of the topo sheet. Is that clear? Then topographical map is also known as topo sheet. What is significance of blue color in a topo sheet? I hope you all know what is the significance of blue color.
Yes, sir.
Number one, first
Sir,
of all,
blue
It
color
shows
also
water
indicates
bodies.
Water
Ah,
bodies.
it shows water bodies.
Lakes.
Then you have to mention then
Water
lighter
bodies,
areas. Lighter shade shows less depth and darker shade shows more depth. The whole thing you have to mention, which is there mentioned in the color blue. Is that clear? Then name any two features shown in red on the topo sheet. I think this is quite easy. You can do it. Topo sheet with red color, it is used for settlements and
Settlements.
Sir, settlements,
Roads,
like
contracts.
roads,
Okay.
huts,
Name
railway
any
lines.
two colors. Okay. Name any two colors. Excuse me. Name any two colors which help us to infer. Infer means to get an idea. Infer about occupation of the people in the topo sheet. Ananya Agarwal. Which two colors in the topo sheet help us to determine the occupation of the people? That's very easy.
Yellow.
Yeah. Yellow means you have to mention also yellow how. Yellow how? You have to mention.
No direct influence.
Anji? Yellow shows occupation. That's correct. But how and why? Why yellow shows? How can you say that yellow shows occupation? Priyanshi?
Yes, sir.
Two
Sir,
colors
it
that shows occupation. Huh. The first one is yellow. Yellow shows
Yes.
Yellow-
Cultivated land.
cultivated, cultivable land. That means the land which can be cultivated, right? This means the people of this area are involved in farming. Okay?
Yes.
And the next color, second color,
Sir, green.
green shows which occupation activity?
Forested area, orchards and trees, etc.
No, but what business activity they show? What occupation activity they show?
Sir, vegetation.
Sir, may I, sir, Arnav?
Very
Lumbering. Sir,
Lumbering.
vegetation and lumbering. Sir,
And I
lumbering.
mentioned
Lumbering.
lumbering and forest products. Business of forest products. Are you getting that?
Sir, rubber, fruits,
Okay, sir.
Rubber plantation. I told
and
you. Then define contour line. That's quite easy. Define scale. That's easy. You can do it on your own. Then what are conventional signs? That is also can be done by you. It's given in learning terms. Let us come to answer the following in details. Analyze the significance of various colors in topo sheets. Now, various colors in topo sheets. It's given on page number 13. If you can see that. 7 types of colors mentioned at the top.
Yes, sir.
So you have to learn. So you have to learn them. What does black color show? What does blue color show? What does green color show? At least 5. Now all those who have only one element to show, that is something different. But rest, if there are many, you have to learn at least 5. Is that clear? Yes, Nitani?
Okay, sir.
You got paused.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir,
Bolo.
uh,
I cannot hear you.
sir,
I can.
I wanted to ask, sir, the contour lines will be dark brown or
Huh?
Sir, he is asking, will the contour lines be dark brown or light brown?
Both. Can be both. Okay, they can be both.
yes.
You have said, sir, that with
Darker shows greater height.
height.
That's what I'm saying, na. Darker means more height and lighter means less height. Then explain the various types of scales used in topo sheets. So there is one scale which is not mentioned, that is statement scale. The statement scale is not mentioned there in your book. So you can write the statement scale. There are 3 types of scale, children. Please don't forget. You can mention it in your self-tutor notebook. There are 3 types of scale. First one is the statement scale. So you can write it. The statement scale is always written in a form of statement. For example, 1 centimeter is equals to 500 meters. That we have done it in the in the PPT presentation just now I show you. If you don't remember it, you can check out the video. I've already uploaded it. I've uploaded the video, children. If you have, I hope those who have subscribed it, you must have got the notification.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So you
sir.
can check out from there the definition
Sir,
of
to-
linear scale. The definition of linear scale you can write down from that only. Okay. Nithani, you can do me a small favor. You please write down. Let me post it. Okay. Wait. Let me only post it. It will be nice if I post it.
Excuse me, sir.
Just a second, beta. Just a second.
So you have shared, a video in YouTube. So that was the only video that we have to see.
This is 7D, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sir.
Where is Krishna Dev Rai, bhai?
Excuse me, sir.
See, I think it has been pasted twice.
Excuse me, sir.
I have posted the definition for graphical this linear scale. So you can write the definition of linear scale from the definition that I have sent it on the group. So first one is statement scale, then comes linear scale, and the diagram of linear scale which is given in your book has to be drawn in your this geography notebook. So what all work you have to do, what all diagrams you have to make? First of all, you have to make all the conventional signs. Then you have to make the diagrams of the settlements. Okay. You have to make the diagrams of all the settlements, nucleated, dispersed, and linear. Then you have to make the diagram of the contour line, which is given on page number 12. Can you see it? Figure B,
Yes, sir.
just above the settlements. That diagram has to be made. Then you have to make the diagram of linear scale also. You have to make the diagram of